Hi guys,
it's your girl Adiola Patron,
and it's me, Mariam Musa, back again with another Deep Hit episode.
Yes, and today there is no theme. We are doing straight dilemmas. We've got go for it.
Oh, straight dilemmas,
straight
honesty. We're gonna give it to you guys. Gonna give you advice, work through it together.
Because we do get a lot of dilemmas in, and some. Obviously, we don't want it to go to waste, and we don't want you to feel like, oh, you've sent stuff in and it doesn't get used. So we do episodes where just a random cheeky one, straight dilemmas.
Yeah, and I like these kind of ones. I feel like we haven't had a dilemma one in ages. It's just reading what's going on. What would we do in that situation?
Yeah, it is my favourite part of the pod.
This episode is sponsored by Honey Love. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/deephit. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/deephit to find your perfect fit. And babe, you know when like you're putting an outfit together, you're stressed out a bit and it's just not fitting, it's not snatching. Everything is just bad vibes. It's annoying.
Well, you've seen it when I'm getting ready. Everything is everywhere and I feel like nothing is fitting right.
Listen, I've cracked the code. It is shapewear. Every time I wear it, babe, the confidence, it just brings my outfit together every single time.
Okay, I hear it.
And babe, a great bra is the MVP of a good outfit. So I need to put you on Honey Love. Let me show you, babe, because it's female founded. It is independent. Like, look at this. And babe, everything is made with us girls in mind. Like, could that be any more perfect?
No, I love that because it's designed by women who get it. So the bras are supportive, wire free and actually comfortable. Because babe, one thing I hate when I'm wearing a bra is when it's digging into my shoulders. So the fact that it's made by bonding technology that lifts without the underwire sounds amazing.
Exactly, babe. Lightweight and their support is just given.
Yes.
And their shapewear.
Yes, babe, tell me.
Girl, it enhances the curves without squishing it. And on top of that, it's working with your body and not against it. And babe, because you know, obviously I'm a mum now. I actually don't have time to waste. I don't want all that stress. And I actually want to have that shapewear and just feel good, you know?
Babe, yes, you've convinced me. I've already got mine. This is mine right now. I'm popping it in my bag.
Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/deephit. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/deephit to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about Honey Love. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras and shapewear with Honey Love.
But yeah, we've got some long ass dilemmas this week.
I'm gonna start, so everyone buckle up.
Okay.
And the first part is very long. Dilemma 1. Hey Adjola and Mariam, I love you girls so much, you don't get it. This is my weekly dose of dopamine, and best believe I'm tuning in every Monday. Anyways, here's my long dilemma. I am 22 and have been with my boyfriend, 25, for 3 years. We don't have any plans of getting married soon as I'm in med school and do not want to be anybody's wife until later in life. I have no complaints about him. He really is the sweetest person and treats me so wonderfully. Even I wonder how I got so lucky. Now, here's the issue. My boyfriend started making comments about the way I dressed maybe a year into our relationship. This was not the first thing he complained about. He said he didn't like the fact that I danced provocatively, twerk, on my female friends in the club, so I stopped even though I didn't understand it. He also said he didn't like the fact that I smoked weed socially with my friends because he considered it as an intimate activity with your partner. I didn't understand it either, but I stopped because smoking weed is a once in a blue moon activity for me, so I didn't care to argue about that either. At first, I honestly didn't care enough to change the way I dress because I have always dressed this way and never hid anything about myself right from when we met. Eventually, I had to see his perspective and lay off the really skimpy outfits because of mutual respect and the fact that we would always get into an argument after a night out because of my outfit. Now, in hindsight, I'm regretting even paying attention to what he said. Last week, I had a girls' night out with my friend, and after I got ready, he told me he wasn't comfortable with my outfit. I was so confused because it was a full-length jumpsuit with just a tiny bit of cleavage and stomach showing. Mind you, I'm a 32 triple D girly. So one thing about these titties is that they're going to show up no matter how much I try to hide them. I told him I appreciated his thoughts, but I just went out anyways because what else am I supposed to do? When I came back, he told me he was very hurt by my decision to go out with the outfit because it was disrespectful to him. I don't talk to any man in the club. Don't let them even buy me drinks. I went out with my girls who he knows really well. I told him, unfortunately, if he thinks that the outfit I wore was revealing, then every night out outfit in my closet would have been considered revealing. We had a whole argument about this, and he finally said that he would feel most comfortable if I showed him the outfits I was purchasing before I purchased them, so we don't have this argument anymore. Girls, I was dumbfounded. My resolve was to end the relationship because honestly, I don't think the outfit was revealing in any way, and there is no way in this life or the next where I would show my outfits to a man so he can tell me whether or not to get it or not. My friends are saying we should talk about it more. Because it's not worth ending a fulfilling relationships over outfits. My point of view is if he's asking me to show him my outfits before purchasing, what next will he demand of me? All our arguments are usually centered around going out or what I wear when I go out, even though he goes out as much as I do. I have tried to explain that a big part of me going out is what I wear, and if I don't look hot and sexy, I don't want to go out. He says my priorities are misplaced and I should go out for the sake of the music and not my outfits. What would you do in this situation? Are his requests insane or am I tripping? Is there a reasonable middle ground I can meet him at, or do I just leave it? I have constantly heard his side and tried to change, but does it get to a point? I am open to all advice on this if possible. Thank you. Sending all the love from Vancouver, BC. I have sent a video of the revealing outfit for both of your DMs. Please let me know what you think.
Oh my gosh, I did. I saw this. Someone did DM me and I was thinking, outfit? What are you talking about?
I'm screaming.
Let me go back. Hopefully it's still there.
In our Instagram DMs?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
No, I saw... here's a video.
Okay. He's doing too much. I think he's doing too much.
Babe, he's doing
way too much.
A lot.
He's doing way too much. I've actually seen that jumpsuit and I actually wanted it myself.
Yeah.
It's basically a jumpsuit. It's lace and the lace is thick lace. It's not like
it's not sheer. Mesh or sheer. No.
And it's a V-neck plunge with halter neck with like lines there, but the boob is covered. It's just a halter neck V-neck, and I don't think her belly's even showing like that.
Yeah, it's like a corset at the bottom, but so the line goes all the way down the middle of her belly, but the corset is brought together so you could just see a strip of line of her belly and then cleavage at the top. But the cleavage, I'm going to recreate as much cleavage with my top now. It's like that.
Yeah, so there is an actual...
I'll say it's like this.
Yeah, I think that's
it's like
perfectly fine. And I think for her that's her going out with her girls. I think that's a good outfit.
And he wants her to dress like a nun.
Yeah, like she's going out to like she's going to an environment where, you know, you're going to be hot. Like she can't be hot there. Like she's going to stick out like a sore thumb if I feel like she's just bare in a hoodie and stuff like that. And there's a attire when you go out. They do say dress glam, dress like to impress. I think personally, for me, where I would say like the middle ground is when you go out with your man, I would say dress sexy so he can also appreciate you. If he didn't have a problem with it. Like, I think the best place to dress sexy is when you're going out with your man, dress your sexiest. And then I can understand a little bit where it's like, okay, when you go out with the girls, maybe don't do too much, because
But if he going at the girls, if he thinks that's too much,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but let me get there. Like, so if it's like that, I think is fine. But because
if it's like what?
Like, as in with him, when he's like, you can dress sexy, how she thinks sexy is like her level of sexy.
Yeah.
I think she should be able to do that, especially when she goes, especially with her man, like go out clubbing sexy with your man. But with your girls, because number one, your man's not there, I can understand to a degree. So you would probably tone it down, because you yourself, if you're in a relationship, you're not gonna try to want that kind of attention if your man's not there to at least block a lot of like inappropriate things, like, or do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'd say. But what she's wearing, in my opinion, is fine for her to go out with her friends, because I don't think that's too revealing or too much of like a, like, I don't think it's overly sexy.
It's just like a normal jumpsuit with a bit of cleavage, literally.
To the club, it's just what they wear to the club, if not worse.
Literally. So I think it's hard to find a reasonable ground with that, where you've already tried to compromise, and then every outfit he still has a problem, to the point now that he wants to see everything you buy before you buy it.
That's the problem. Him wanting to see is controlling.
Yeah, it's given a bit controlling.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, I do think it's that once you allow stuff like this, like, okay, I'll show you every outfit, then when he has another problem with something that he can't seem to budge or compromise on, he would then, what is the next, like you said, what will the next demand be? Like, show me everything you buy before you eat it, or tell me where you're going before you go. Like, tell me before, like, it's like how, what is he, I feel like he needs to compromise, and I feel like it's given a bit of insecure on his part, especially like seeing that outfit. And I think, what I don't know about him, but it's like when girls are going out, getting ready is also part of the fun part. Like, girls actually look good for themselves. It's what makes you feel like, once you look at, like, you could be having a bad day, get dressed, do your makeup, put on a nice outfit, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is the Adiola I know and see myself as. And then it gives you that extra confidence, not because I'm looking for attention for a man, it's because I feel confident within myself, and now I'm even more excited to have a good time with my girls because I feel good.
I agree.
So I do think he's doing too much, and also I feel like you're too young to be trying to like, obviously I get that it's a fulfilling relationship, but is it though, if this is like always the argument and you're not being able to meet in the middle? Well, he doesn't seem to be trying to meet you in the middle. And
I feel like if you, like she said, like you met me, it's so hard, right? Because he met her like how she dresses. Like you were attracted to me because of that. So we're locked in, right? I'm with you. I'm me and your boyfriend and girlfriend. So you should accept that and keep going. Why are you trying to change me into, I wasn't doing that before.
I'm not,
And the very reason why I was a bit like, the compromise should be, if anything, like if she really loves to dress really sexy, then when you go out with your man, like that's what I would say, that's a compromise, so she can still enjoy herself. But I can hear where it's like, I can hear it a little bit of when you're in a relationship, I think you naturally do certain things, you'll think, oh, maybe that's a bit too inappropriate. But the issue is what she was wearing wasn't inappropriate. So he just actually, I think he just wants to control her and wipe her down. And she's at the age, she's in her peak. Like she's 23, 22, you go out, like you have the energy, do you know what I mean? You have your girls. So I think he's trying to, I don't know, it's a hard one.
Yeah, I think if he's not trying to compromise and where you've already tried to compromise and you're still hitting heads together, I think it's like, what more can you do? Accept it and be unhappy? And it's like, he's already tried to compromise. You've already tried to compromise and he's not trying to compromise. Maybe it's just one of those things where that's just not right for each other.
Because have they, like, I know it sounds weird, right? Maybe to ask this, because clearly, like, it's an issue for her. She does want to be with him, it's lovely, but it's this situation. Have they, maybe I could advise, like, if you guys shown certain things, like, you know how they're like, okay, for him, this is a bit too inappropriate. So it saves, without showing him, like not showing him what she's buying, but like as in like, okay, you know, there's certain things, you know, those frilly shorts. For example, if it's really short and it's too much, I don't think Hunch would let me. I'd even think, oh, he's not gonna like that. Even if I feel sexy in it, he's not gonna like that. So I have to consider how he would feel. So that's why I'm like, have they maybe they haven't had the conversation of, okay, this is a bit inappropriate for me. I'm a bit uncomfortable with that. And then she can see it a bit like, okay, I can work with this. I think I need to have that conversation more than I need you to show me your...
irritated from that jumpsuit. I don't know where else to go from that.
Let me
It's
see it
literally
again.
a long sleeve jumpsuit with sleeveless with a bit of cleavage. So where do you go from that?
I don't think that's that bad.
So if he's got this is causing that much of a hassle, imagine it not being long sleeve if she's wearing a skirt, if she's wearing shorts. So that's why she's saying
has to make up
everything in her closet he has a problem with, to the point that now he's saying, well, seeing as everything is a problem, just show me what you want to buy and then I'll tell you yes or no. But it clearly is everything that's not in her closet.
But it's just for the club though. That's why I feel like he's doing a bit too much. It's just, if it was her everyday outfits, I think even asking that, you chose her like that.
And I feel like there's, like you said, there's certain outfits where it's a bit see-through, it's a bit mesh.
Yeah, you would know.
You already know it's like, I'm kind of pushing it a bit. I'm kind of doing a bit too much. Like I'm feeling a bit frisky, but that's not it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. That's why I'm like, what's his levels? What's his level of what's inappropriate? Because I didn't think that was inappropriate.
Yeah.
So I think, what advice are you giving her? What's the advice?
I feel like, I personally feel like he's doing too much, and if it's constantly creating like a wedge and it's always a problem, but it's not something I would be dealing with in my 20s personally.
Yeah, I hear it. How old is he again? 23?
Yeah,
he's 23. I'm even shocked by that. I would have thought he'd be a bit more older. He's found his wifey. He's probably thinking, okay, cool, your representation of me, how I want you to portray yourself in the club. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would have thought he would have been older. Like, oh, he's want to lock her down. She's too sexy to be out there. Like, but he's young too. I'm just a bit like, but maybe everything to him. You know, some men when they have a girl, like, or they don't want anyone else to kind of see his perks, like what he has, like this, she's mine, like you don't even get to see the cleavage. I think he's probably one of those kind of guys, and controlling, and wants her to be a certain way, especially in those environments. And she has to ask herself, like, well, is this worth it for me? Like, is this gonna, like, is looking sexy for the club that deep, or is the relationship more deep?
But even just not even the club, just going out with the girls. That means anytime you go out with the girls, you're gonna have to be. What do you wear to go out with the girls? Like
your normal clothes.
Yeah, but
because I thought you only would go even the normal clothes.
Yeah, unless she's exaggerating, but she's saying everything in her closet. Because even if you was to dissect that, and let's say she just wore trousers and like maybe like a crop top, as she said, like the way her boobs are, she's always going to have a bit of cleavage. So unless it's a high neck, like a circle high neck, he's going to have a problem with it. Okay,
I'm going to put myself really in the situation, because so he has a problem with the way she dresses to the club and with her girls, right? He thinks it's too inappropriate, even though we seeing what it is to us, it's not that inappropriate.
Yeah,
I think
and then on top of that, he just found control. He doesn't like when she dances on her friends in the club. So it's like, so she shouldn't dance on her friends in the club. Should she dance with men?
Like, pick your poison, basically.
Like, should I dance with the wall, the back of the wall? Like,
he said twerk. She put in brackets twerking.
Okay.
So he doesn't. So do you know what I think? I don't think he likes that. The way your man sounds, to my opinion, he's a guy that doesn't want you, especially with your girls, to be doing that, like dressing sexy in a club, twerking on your friends when you go out. Like, I think he just doesn't want that. I don't think he just wants that aesthetic.
I think
that's what it's giving.
He's not her. That means she's just not his type there.
Yeah, and I also feel like if it's an issue for you, if it's starting to irk you, it's going to irk you later. Like when those little red flags start early, like if that's important to you, how you dress, your freedom, especially in those environments, it's going to irk you, and you might end up feeling like you're fading away to please your partner. So you have to weigh out the cons. I've had a situation where, like, obviously Hunt has said, like, it's a bit short, or he doesn't feel comfortable But because it's not that deep for me.
Yeah.
Like I would change if he's uncomfortable with it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it depends, because if I'm just like, I don't like I'll stand my ground personally, even if he didn't like something. But
and also you're a mother and a wife now as well. Baby, you in your 20s and you're going out.
Yeah.
You've been in relationships.
That's why I'm so shocked he's so young. Be like this.
Yeah. And also, you have to weigh it out for you. If you really love him
more than the sexy dress. You have to weigh it out. You love it. Do you love him? Is a relationship more important to you and adjusting that part of you than that side of you that you love going out sexy in the dresses? Because she has to weigh it out.
Yeah.
Clearly it's an issue. It's never going to be sorted out if you don't pick what's best. So hope that was good advice.
But tried. Hello, Adiola and Mariam. Loving the pod so much and tuning in every week. Thank you, babe. I'm struggling out here and would love some advice. Last year, I got married to the love of my life. We're Christian, so we tried to do the whole waiting until marriage thing. Whilst I can say we were 100% successful, we did try to abstain. Whilst I can't say we were 100% successful, we did try to abstain. To add a little more context to the story, I was a virgin before we got together, but my husband was very active. The issue comes where a few weeks into us dating, he voluntarily told me he used to struggle with a couple of things, including porn.
Oh God.
He kind of made it sound like a thing of the past. Then a few months into planning our wedding, I found the websites on his phone. You may think it's toxic, but I've had access to all things because I'm very paranoid. I brushed it off, but obviously told him it makes me uncomfortable and I would prefer he stops. So now we've been married for 18 months. The quality of our sex is great, but the quantity sucks. If I didn't initiate with him, I doubt we'll even have sex once a week. It's something we've discussed before, and he thinks it's because before him I was a virgin and he's been messing around for a long time and he's got it all out his system. Personally, I think it's the porn, because he's watching other women's bodies, getting hard over them, probably bashing away when
You're so funny. You're funny.
When would he have time to feel the same about me? I can't even find other men attractive in that way, even if I tried. I'll be honest, sometimes it really gets me down because I feel like I really tried to live the right way and now it's almost backfired because I couldn't have predicted this is the predicament I would be in. Anyways, my question is, do you think it's normal for a married man to be watching porn? Even if it's normal as a Christian, it's still against and should be against his morals. So what can I do to get him to address it without being that nagging wife? It's like how he does a good job of hiding it. If I ask him, he'll tell me, but it's like I'm getting tired of the same news being, babe, I'm trying. Should we speak to a pastor or marriage counselor about it? He really doesn't want me to, but I'm running out of options here. Also, genuinely, what's a normal amount to have sex in a relationship when you live with someone? If it was up to me, it would be daily, but is this unrealistic? Should I be okay with 2 to 3 times a week? I mean, I've simmered myself down to try not too much pressure, to put too much pressure on my husband. I would speak to my friends about it, but he really doesn't want people knowing our business. So yeah, please help a sister out.
Ooh, what a dilemma. Number one, I do feel like if your husband is watching porn, I really do think is an issue. I feel like you two are watching it together. That's your little kink and that's what you two do. Why not spice it up? But I think him individually in a marriage and you're not happy about it, he needs to sort that out. And I do also believe that because he watches porn, it is affecting his function, because I think, like, we know this already, when you get exposed to something so early, or you're doing something that probably maybe for you it just messes up your chemistry. I think it messes up your chemistry, your function, everything down below. And you're getting excited over someone that's not your wife. Your eyes should always be fixated on your wife, like sexually, I think. And he's opening gates to, wander a little bit. And that's probably why he's not as hard and he's not on it 24/7. Also, she's a virgin. So that's the first guy she slept with. When you had sex for the first time, you're like a rabbit. You've never felt that before. Like, it's amazing. You're going and going and going. So for her, like, I feel for her. She just thinks she's gonna have sex, but I also feel like, every single day in a week is too much, in my opinion. I think that's tired. I think that's too much every single day. No. I say like 3 to 4, 5 times a week. 3 to 4, 3 to 5. Between 3 and 5 a week, I think is a good amount, especially if you're doing a couple of sessions on the day. So that's what I think. What do you think about it? Your man, her husband watching porn?
Yeah, that would annoy me because it's like, it will, and especially, well, it would annoy me either way, but especially if we're not even having sex as much, because yes, it is going to affect you. Because if you're bashing, obviously you've got it out your system, you're not going to have the urge to want to as much as me, who is not doing those things, and I'm waiting to do those things and have that moment with you, and then I'm going on your phone and I'm seeing that you're watching porn and you would rather do that than be intimate with me would really annoy me. And I don't think as a Christian man you should be doing those things.
Same.
So yeah, I think you should and then with living with someone, I've never actually lived with a guy, but ideally for me, I would want to be having sex like 3 to 5 times a week. Yeah, that's
because some weeks you might do 5 days, or you might be on it. Other days you might be. It depends.
But I do think if I probably was newly, like I'm thinking I'm doing 3 to 5. It feels like, okay, I'm settled in now. But if I was like newly, like I see why she would say every day.
Yeah, but this is the thing, because I think it's newly, and again, she's like
a virgin, so she's feeling things that she hasn't actually felt before. So it's like, I want again and again and again.
I think she should stand her ground with the porn thing, 100%. Like,
Same.
You're in a marriage now. This is forever. Do not put up with things that for your moral compass code don't align. Do you know what I mean? Because what's the point? That's a boundary for her. Like, I don't want my husband to be watching porn, and nothing's wrong with that. She needs, and if your husband loves you enough and knows how that makes you feel, you're not getting the affectionate, the intimacy you want, and you believe that that's the root to the problem. Yeah, and I think I would even say, well, unless at least you try and stop, and I need to see us like making waves. We do need extra help, because your stand tone as Christian man, swallow your pride. You know this is a problem. Let's go see your pastor if you really, if it's really a problem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Be like, clearly you have an addiction that you're unable to solve yourself, so you need professional help. Because one, it's actually affecting our marriage, and if you're a newly married couple and you're already going through these issues now, where you're going to be sexually frustrated not even a year or 2 years into the marriage. Hello, this is meant to be a lifetime. That's already making me scared.
They haven't had kids yet, you know. Like, there's going to be a period where, when she's, if they have kids, like you,
and it's naturally going to go down.
Yeah, she's going to also feel a bit like less. When you've let that door ajar a little bit of like, okay, he can replace you, like replace those intimate moments with watching something else. And
I mean, your hormones are already like flying through the roof. The frustration's going to be a bit more.
And if it's already bodies, like when you're pregnant, like what's he going to be doing if he's just watching? If my body's still sexy and I'm young, we're newlywed, and you're not making me feel that like sexualness. What happens when I'm in my least attractive self? Are you going to still be able to find me attractive and still want to have sex with me? Or is that porn addiction going to lead you to now physically thinking, I want to try this without my wife, or do this? And I think she needs to stand her ground and tell him, like, she don't like it. I don't want it.
100%. And I don't think there's anything as a nagging wife.
No.
Well,
happy wife, happy life. Literally, whatever you want, tell your man. Tell your husband.
And it's like, you want the best. You at the end of the day, you want the best relationship for both of you. What I was gonna say is, obviously, I do think, even though, like, let's say, like, for example, well, not for example, what am I talking about? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that you're a celibate couple or you're abstaining, I do still think the sex conversation and things like this should still be deeply spoken about, to avoid now we get into a marriage and now you're telling me all your sexual problems, or now you're telling me all your sexual addictions, or now you're trying to spring all of this sexual stuff on me, as if just because we're abstaining or we're celibate, I don't think it means like we can't talk about things like, why am I finding out after you have a porn addiction? I feel like,
I agree.
But then it's like something you don't be thinking to ask a guy, like, but I would actually, if someone told me, oh, they're celibate or they're abstaining, I'd be like, oh, so what, are you also like pleasuring yourself, does that include not doing that as well? Because I think
you want to know.
that plays a part. Are you abstaining? Are you really doing it? Or because you're still finishing yourself? Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's real celibacy if you're still playing with yourself. Obviously it's not, because celibacy is for the religious reasons, and then abstaining is more for yourself. So it's like, what is abstaining in your books? Is abstaining just not having sex with a person, but you're still pleasuring yourself?
Yeah, you're still masturbating and doing all that.
Yeah.
Are you cutting all of that off? You're not kissing, you're not doing anything. You're just solemnly like, hi, you're right, that's it.
Literally, because then you fall in love, get married, and then you're now I've got this other problem that maybe I should know these things before deciding are you the one for me?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. You got to talk about what, like, obviously when you're not, when you haven't had sex, like, you don't know what you like yet until you experience it. But obviously you see movies, like you just have to have
like,
the
what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think so. And I think I would be really irritated if you had a secret, not you, but like your partner has a secret, like something, and you guys have gone down to wedding and like forever, and they didn't tell you beforehand. Yeah. And then it's like you're now having to deal with it and having to help and having to go through the emotions. It's like, babe, you should have just told me.
Yeah.
But stand your ground.
Have a deep conversation and let him know, like, you're not playing, like the whole, baby, you know I'm trying.
Like, as in, like, it could be a moment of connecting to your partner. Like, you don't even know what caused the porn addiction. It might like unravel another layer to things. Do you know what I mean? So definitely worth being honest about it.
Yeah, because the babe, I'm trying sounds like he's not really seeing the seriousness in it. Like, babe, you know I'm trying. Like, and I feel like when you watch porn, you watch it as an intimate moment by yourself. So you'd be thinking, well, if we're married together, when are you, and where am I when, that's what I'll be thinking. So when are you watching porn then? Because we're together all the time. Yeah. To that level where you're addicted, so that's a couple of times a day? Is it is it an everyday thing? Yeah. So, yeah. You can do the third one. Oh, yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Okay. Third one. Hi girls, I'd first like to say you both are honestly the best duo online. You both bring so much joy, laughter, wisdom, fashion statements, beauty icons, and so much more. This isn't a confession and more of a continuation of people pleasing topic. I need to know if I should tell my flatmate to contribute more financially. So I've lived in my flat for 1 year and 4 months. I originally thought I'd only live here briefly because I was going to move in with my ex, but obviously that fell through. So I never decorated my flat. After my breakup, I did a glow up, which included really making my bedroom feel more homey. But at that point, my ex flatmate told me she wanted to move out. But then she took 6 months to move out, which meant I didn't decorate the flat because I thought it would be a cute bonding moment with my new flatmate. Anyways, I lived here for over a year without decorating the living room. So when I was looking for a new flatmate, I really interviewed a few girls and picked the one I thought I would get on with the most. And I made sure to tell all of them all my plans to really decorate my flat. Well, a couple of weeks after my new flatmate moved in, she quit her job and now her parents are paying for her rent and bills. So now when I ever mention anything I would like to buy for the flat, she tells me she doesn't have a job. It's been 4 months. I got tired of waiting and went ahead to decorate the flat all alone. I got a new sofa, frames, plants, coffee tables, lamps, etc. But I've started feeling like a fool because I realized now that I do everything, including buying cleaning supplies, doing deep cleaning on my own, tidying up, and now she even started taking my food. I did say she can have some, but she never shares hers. I do like her as a person, but she goes out every other day, has things delivered every other day, and because WFH, she even asked me to go and collect it downstairs. I'm starting to feel like a mug because she literally contributes nothing to the flat, not even to replace the bin bag that costs like 90p. Should I say something? At the moment, I wouldn't say we are best friends or even do things together, but there's peace and harmony in the flat. I don't want to mess that up. What should I do?
What would you do?
You know what I'll do? What I would do is, in the episode where I said, just because you're bringing up a conversation about something doesn't necessarily mean it's confronting or it needs to be a situation. It could, if you feel more comfortable doing it by a message, maybe, if you don't want to do it face to face, but if it was just a message that said, hey babe, just want to talk about some upkeeping of the house. I've noticed that I'm constantly, doing the cleaning supplies. That is a shared activity for both of us that contribute to the upkeep of the house. I think I would really appreciate if you could contribute to buying cleaning supplies, such as, because sometimes people even be needed examples, such as bin bags, washing up liquid, because it's just a lot on me having to maintain the flat for both of us when we both live in here. Boom. And then see what her response to that is, because sometimes until you bring I don't think you've mentioned it, like you said you haven't spoken to her yet, until you bring something up, some people just think, well, maybe she's just cool doing with it. And because she moved into the flat with you, she might just think, oh, maybe that's what she was doing with the other girl, like maybe that's her thing, she just likes to do the upkeeping.
No, I think the same thing. I can't even complain. Babe. I feel like with money is always really difficult when it comes to like asking people to, like, you always feel uncomfortable, and because she doesn't have a job, you always feel, does she actually not have money? I think I'd be very much like, oh, how's work going? Like, how's it going? Like, how are your parents? And then just say like, yeah, babe. So I was just thinking maybe you could get the bin bags this month and we can make this a regular thing, because I can't afford to keep paying everything and decorating and stuff like that. Like, would need you to contribute, even if it's getting a grocery one week. Make it easy.
I think have the conversation.
It's a fear of I think with like people pleasers is number one, the fear of the unknown, and the fear of like, as I think a lot of people pleasers are good at handling situations, in a sense of like they probably won't react as crazy. I think she might be a bit worried, like, how is she going to react to this? Like, oh, I don't want to upset her, I don't want to cause a rift, and but like you say, it's not always like that. But I just think there's that preempt of like, oh, it could go there. Yeah, you don't know. And they're not best friends either. She doesn't know how she's going to handle it.
That should even make it even better. I think when you live with a flatmate, the thing is as well, like, anyway, next time if you do get a new flatmate, I think it's always better to just set the expectations, like as part of the interview, and like, just so you know, this is the house rules, like expectations of like, cleaning supplies are a shared thing, so if you see something is running low, you are expected, to top it up, etc.
It's courtesy though. I do feel like if you are living somewhere like you haven't got a job, okay, fair enough, her parents are paying, right, for her to stay in the flat. I just think common courtesy is, let me help around the house, let me top up, let me get this, let me cook dinner, like things that make her life easier, because she's going to work, she's adding her half, you're not doing any of that, and you're sitting comfortably. I'm making the house a home, so contribute. So she's gonna have the conversation with her. She just do it. Just have the conversation. And
send it via text message if that is easier for you.
Or you can do a voice note. I think voice notes allow you to do the tone. You can do it so playful,
and you can redo it so many times until you're happy to send it.
You can ask chat to write you a script and read it.
Literally, that's you.
So I love that. But when she said, even if it's normal as a Christian, I've never heard it's normal as a Christian to be watching porn, even married.
I was thinking, did I miss something
in the Bible?
I've never known it being normal as a Christian to watch porn. So I don't know what he said to her there that made her think that.
Because even I'm like, no, I'm sure porn is off limits as Christians, like even if you're in a relationship, like together. So and also double check what he's feeding you, because if he said that to her,
should we ask chat?
We can check the Bible.
Okay, chat.
Does it say anywhere
in
or
the Bible that it's okay to watch porn as a Christian? Does the Bible reference... Chat needs to sponsor us at this point. Does the Bible reference anything that says it's okay to watch porn as a Christian? See, this is how we be asking chat for advice. Okay.
What does it say?
The Bible does not say that it's okay to watch porn. In fact, it's teaching on sexual purity, lust, and the sanctity. I can't say that word. Sanctity. SANCITITY.
Like sanctuary?
Yeah, but the T version. Sanctity. Why does it sound weird? Sanctity.
I don't think we use it enough. Like in your daily
word of the body strongly suggests the opposite. While the Bible does mention pornography explicitly, since it didn't exist in its modern form during biblical times, it addresses the heart and intent behind such behavior. Here are a few key biblical principles relevant to this question. Matthew 5:27. Verse 28. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Jesus' teaching goes beyond physical actions to the intent and desire of the heart. Pornography is designed to provoke lust, which this passage clearly warns against. Renewing the mind. Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. The Bible calls Christians to resist cultural norms that go against God's design and pursue mental and spiritual renewal. Porn normalizes distorted views of sex and bodies, which clashes with biblical renewal and wholeness. The body as a temple. 1 Corinthians 6:18 verse 20. Flee from sexual immorality. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. Christians are told to flee sexual immorality, not flirt with it. Watching porn often dishonors both one's own body and others, reducing people to objects of gratification. What you consume matters. Philippians 4:8.
Hear that?
Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, think about such things. The Bible encourages feeding your mind with things that are pure and uplifting. Porn does the opposite. It promotes impure thoughts and often fuels addiction, shame, and unrealistic expectations. Amen.
Word.
There we go.
Sorry, girl, you can't be watching porn, basically.
Yeah, even as a Christian, you can't be watching porn.
That's so funny. The way you said that, it's giving church.
It was given. I was really like that. I would like to.
You should do a Sunday service.
I probably have to ask chat to write the service for me, and I'll just read it.
I love it. I don't think that's bad. You know, there's a Bible chat GPT. Like, you ask the questions about the Bible, always reference the Bible to help you study.
Yeah.
So like sometimes when I was studying, like I will ask it like define this like passage, and it really gives you like the metaphors. You really see such a different light. So yeah,
and so I think it just cuts corners as well, especially if it's like, my heart. In my heart, it's like I want to talk or have a sermon about, for example, porn in marriages, and then it will just highlight, look at these verses in the Bible, and then you could just cut corner, go to that verse, and then have your own read the verse and have your own interpretation of it, and like how you've taken it in.
100%. I've said to chat, I'll chat, this is how I'm feeling, what's the good, where should I start reading from? This tell me my emotions, and tell you
the lesson.
Read Matthew this, read on this. So it's like, I think nothing's wrong with that.
So maybe also take those verses to your husband and let him know. Like, I don't know if he said to you, watching porn is okay as a Christian. Clearly not.
No.
And tell him all those things that we just mentioned. It literally tells you why he shouldn't be doing it.
It just opens your mind to things that you probably Because I always believe that when it comes to porn, right, if you do too much, right, I feel like you end up just like you'll get bored of one satisfaction, right? You've peaked at that. Then your mind opens up and you want, what's your next kink? What's the next thing? That's when you just start distorting what's not, I guess, normal, or what's not normal in an intimate scene and things like that. It's just, it's quite dangerous. Do you remember the first time you found out about porn? Like when you probably, oh my god, that this is a thing. I remember.
I think it was a magazine.
I
can't remember. Maybe
because there's porn. There was like internet porn. Remember, we grew up to like the internet. I think
it was a pop-up. You know,
is it?
I can't actually remember. I don't know. I don't know when I was exposed to such things.
I was in school when I was exposed to porn. Sounds mad, but it was in science lesson, babe. All the boys were just around a phone. Like all the boys were just huddled around, and then all the girls were like, "What is that? What was you guys doing?" And that's when I first proper saw it. I was thinking, whoa, damn.
Is this secondary? I'm guessing
secondary school. Yeah. So that's the first time I really saw the internet porn. I think it was in year 9 or something.
Yeah, I think I can imagine it being in secondary school. That place is the place of sin.
No, it's the internet. You know. Do you know? I'm scared for the internet. Like I just
secondary school though. As a parent though, just get ready. That's when your child gets exposed to
a lot.
Like that's when I think the real transition happens. Like
secondary school. Like just I'm gonna prep it just before the way the world's going. Like as in, oh god. But I wouldn't be surprised. There's nothing I'd be surprised of when it hits secondary school.
It's just get ready. It's like, okay, what chapter are we on now? Okay, the bad friends. What this chapter is.
Influencing the alcohol. I want to go drink with the boys.
Yeah.
Got to teach them safe drinking. Like it's just so crazy.
Oh
yeah. But I loved what it said in the Bible about like what you take in is like you like everything you see affects or whatever you take in. Like God says, take in positive stuff, fulfilling stuff, things that will further you. Don't be taking in negative, dirty, bad vibe stuff.
Yes.
So yeah.
But yeah, go on to the question of the week. What is the question of the week? Tell me the question of the week. What's the question of the week?
I like the question of the week.
Question of the week. DJ question of the maybe I should do a jingle for the question of the week, you know. Like we could do it for ourselves.
Yeah. Question of the baby.
Like what did I say? It's question of the week, you know the fucking vibes. No, that wasn't good.
Fucking
vibes. So why am I swearing? Go. No, we're not doing that. Okay. Question of the week, you know. It's the question of the week, you know. With Adi, and then you do your bit where it's like Adiola and Mariam Musa or something, or it's AP with AP
and Maz. Okay.
It's question of the week, you know.
With AP and Maz. Now I thought you want to repeat it. It's question of the week, you know. With AP and Maz.
So I do it again.
Yeah.
Like just like how I said, it's question of the week, you know. I like the question of the week, you know.
Yeah.
What's the question of the week, you know? I like the question of the week, you know. Okay, so I'll do it's question of the week, you know, and then you do the with AP and Maz.
I just keep saying I keep saying with AP and Maz,
and then I'll do the. And what's the question of the week? Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's question of the week, you know.
With AP and Maz.
Question of the week. Tell me what the question of the week is. What was it? I forgot it.
It's the question of the week, you know.
I like the question of the week, you know. It's the question of the week, you know. Tell me the question of the week, you know. Okay.
AP and Maz.
Oh, yes. Okay. Question of the week is, what is your go-to comfort watch? And mine is The Purge. And I switch between The Purge and 2012. I don't know why my comfort watches are like something thrilling that just takes me out of reality. I don't know. I just really... Is anyone else like that? I just love like, oh, that could never happen, but what if it did? And it gets me away, like my mind is away. So I really like that. Side note, I really don't like watching romance films. Like I don't know. Like I can't watch romance films. But do you know what? I can watch romance films when I'm... I was going to say when I'm in love, but I don't think I've really ever been in love. I just think romance films are just so like, they kind of make me feel sick. I don't know, but yeah, that's me.
Okay, so my comfort films, very easy, are Gossip Girl. I watch that maybe once a month, and Vampire Diaries every other month. I put them in rotation. And when it comes to movies, I find it hard to rewatch movies sometimes, but Mean Girls gets played a lot, Clueless. So I feel like I'm constantly just in my little world of, you know, teen drama.
I find it so funny that your comfort is Gossip Girl and Vampire Diaries.
Why do you find it funny?
Like, it's just so typical you.
Really?
Vampire Diaries is a bit, but Gossip Girl is just so like, so Maz.
Yeah. I love Gossip Girl. Like,
I don't think I finished it.
did you not get into it enough? Do you not think? Or do you think it got a bit like annoying in certain seasons?
I think I couldn't stay concentrated.
Is it? Yeah. See, I can. Even when I'm getting ready, like Gossip Girl is playing in the background for me. It's just my comfort show. And it would have been Pretty Little Lies as well, but it actually got so irritating, the storyline. Like, I don't want to go back.
Like, they A's everyone. Like, now you've taken it too far.
Bro. But I don't think there's a series. I have a series that they've made since that era.
Because both of yours are series.
I said Mean Girls. Like, I could watch Mean Girls over and over again.
Yes.
Could watch Mean Girls over and over again. And what else could I? Any Marvel movie I can watch, and Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh yeah. What about you?
Mine is The Purge.
I just find that so mad. You can watch that over and over again.
2012. About the world end.
World War Z I could do again if we're on that scale. You said like 2012. I could do World War Z. I can watch
World
that.
War Z.
Yeah, the zombie one. I can do that.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm just such a thrilling, I can watch stuff like that over and over again.
Oh, I do want to talk about something. It might be a bit late, but I just find something so funny. You know how we were talking on the podcast with Harry, and we were saying how like sometimes like content is just content, like podcasting. So I saw our clip where we were talking about like drug dealers and like thing, and I actually just think, guys, chill out. There were some people just saying like, oh,
is this what we're talking about?
But it's like context. It's random chat. Man, people expect because we have a mic that we're not going to have random chats. Like, it's
like when you link up with your friends, you not just randomly say like, imagine if the sky wasn't blue. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, just random chat. Something came up in a story and we just started having a random hypothetical conversation. Yeah. People can't do that anymore.
Babe, you can't do nothing anymore about triggering people. Anymore.
What you have to do is come on here and talk like freaking BBC News. And the thing is, the things that they want us to talk about, there's so many ways they can go and listen to those, but they don't. You can actually go and tune into, let me even recommend some, because there was actually some podcasts that you can listen to for advice.
Like all the political stuff, advice. All the debates. Like, there's so many people that if you want that kind of listen in the background, you can go to. But are you getting upset that we don't do it? When did we ever say we were those kind of girls? I would love to know.
Let me do some good things. So there's actually a global news podcast. You can listen to that. There is a electoral dysfunction podcast. There's a political philosophy podcast.
Ooh.
Newscast. And then I'm pretty sure there's some financial ones too. Financial. Do you know all you got to do is type in your
what phone, you're looking for.
What you're looking for. You don't need to search deep it. There's nothing in our title of our pod that says anything like smart. No, there's nothing. So just take everything with a pinch of salt, man. People get so triggered so easily. Like, honestly, like, this is what we're doing. Why are you commenting? Go get a life. Bruh. Honestly. I can't even have a little chin wag with my friend about being a fucking drug lord.
Or a freaking 419er. Like, come on.
And on that note,
yes, we
are gonna
round it up.
But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
And if you listen on the audio channels, remember to give us a 5-star review and a cheeky 5-star and a review.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.